Hey sand fans and lunatics, Sand Phil here with
Blade Hunter.
the Blade Hunter. And as we promised, we have a new project we are going to start today. Now I know that makes a whole bunch of projects we got working.
Yeah.
Because we have, let's run them down. We have the Sandsquatch sandrail, which is pretty close. We still got to put a clutch in that thing, so I promise we'll put a clutch in it. You guys stay tuned. I'll show you step by step. I'm just not looking forward to that. Yeah, it's not going to be fun. But one of those things, if you're going to play in the sand, you got to pay for parts, man. All right, so we've got that one. We got Ninja Warrior, but it's almost done. We really just need to drive it around, and we just got to fix.
We don't know.
Well, no, the problem is we just have the paddle tires for it. We got to fix that knobby tire before you can ride around the backyard.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to fix that. We've got the YJ.
Yep.
Got that. We've also got that Critter 2 that you guys saw here. We're going to do some upgrades to it. I'd like to change the carburetor out on it because it runs kind of weird. Yeah. And it's got a brand new Predator 212 on it, but we left it out in the weather for a year, so maybe we can just clean the carburetor out. But from what I've been watching on Redbeard's Garage is you change that thing out to a Mikuni carburetor and we're rocking and rolling. Yeah. But in the theme of that, we're going to start a new project in this episode. Now, I want some feedback from you guys on how to do this, because we're just going to kind of wing this one, man. Like we never do that before. Yeah. We do that on everything we do. But
what are you talking about? We always have a plan.
Here's the thing. For some crazy reason, and I'm going to blame Drew.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to blame Drew. Now, he owns Village Tactical, and if you guys haven't checked out his channel, he sponsors us. There's a link down below. Awesome, cool stuff, really good prices. But anyway, every time I'm out at Drew's, he always sends home stuff with us. And I think it's stuff he's tired of mowing around. But that's okay. We can use it. Yeah. But we've ended up with about 3 parts go-karts. Yeah. And 2 riding lawnmowers. So, we're going to try to make some kind of vehicle out of that stuff. Now, Blade Hunter's kind of played around with this project a little bit, and what he did was he cut 2
of the go-karts.
Yeah, he cut 2 of the go-karts apart and then welded them together. And it looks pretty cool, but
it's not straight.
It's not straight, and I've got to tell you guys, I was watching Redbeard's Garage where he's building that big 4-seater go-kart, and he put a hinge in between like the seat and the motor so it could have shocks. And if you guys will remember, I've got a set of A-arms that has shocks on it that we can take off and use for the shocks on this. So, let's get going. Let's show you what this project is, and we'll kind of maybe start some teardown on it. Yeah. See kind of what we've got and what we need to do. Let's go! Woo. Alright guys, I want to talk to you guys a little bit. Now, I've talked about this in the past, and I'm going to bring it back up. I really want to A-arm the front of my big sandrail and put some really cool coilover shocks and stuff on the front of it. Now, before I do that, before I cut that thing apart, I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. So I thought this guy might be a good thing to practice on, because I want to build my own A-arms. I think we're going to use Heim joints, you know, to set all that up. But I definitely want to practice on this little guy. So we're definitely going to put A-arms on the front. Now that's probably not the first thing we're going to do. I think the first thing we should do is hinge the back of this and get some suspension in the back of it. Then let's get the motor for it and we'll get it running around. Then once we can drive it around, then we'll cut the front of it off and we'll build some suspension for the front too. And I think if we put a big motor on this, maybe like a 420 electric start, something like that, I think we could run it around the dunes, and I think it would be fun, and it would be another toy to take out there. So I think that's kind of where we're going with this one. I mean, I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. You guys give me some comments and stuff, but we definitely got to build a roll cage. They won't let us out on the dunes without a roll cage, but we've still got that tubing bender on loan from Super Dave. So we've got a tubing bender that we can practice making bends. All this is going to work on, it's improving our skills to work on the big sandrail, because that would just break my heart if I tore something up on it and I couldn't fix it. I mean, I couldn't handle that. So I'm going to practice on this little guy, and we're going to kind of go from there. But I think first things first is, let's just kind of strip it down and we'll see what we've got. And I think that's probably going to be about all we can get done in this video. But anyway, let's get taking this thing apart. Somebody has welded the axle to the bearings, and then they welded it somewhere right there. Alright everybody, I kind of got the back of this. This is a motor side. I've got it flipped upside down right now. But I got it pretty well cleaned up here. It's just, I think I'm going to try to attach these two bars right here down to this one to kind of make an angle piece here and here. And that will give me one solid bar that I can use as a pivot point to hook to the back of this side. So we still got to clean up this side of the go-kart, but let's keep going. Okay, well, all right, everybody. We got it pretty much tore down. I think we kind of need to finish taking the rest of the stuff off this back, but it kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to need to do to hook these two together. So we've got to put some kind of reinforcement across here, maybe a hoop that comes down and runs along these side rails, and then we're going to have to definitely make a matching bar on this side that we can put in a hinge type mechanism in between, and then run two shocks from like here to here up to the roll cage. So anyway, I think the next video we are probably going to see if we'll figure out what front tires we're going to put on it, and then we're going to use those big tires that we had on it for the back. So we'll set the ride height and see if we can't get that level in the next video. Oh man, I don't know about you, but it is hot and sticky, and it's kind of raining outside.
Yeah, we didn't decide to turn on the AC.
Yeah, because we had the doors open, and I thought, oh, it'll be nice, because every once in a while we get this nice breeze through the shop, and we're like, oh. And then we're like, we put an air conditioner in. You can see the video of us putting the air conditioner in. That's on our channel.
There's going to be a little thing there, maybe.
Yeah, I can put a video thing here.
There. We're there.
Yeah. Well, all right. I mean, I would call this a success. Basically what we did, we got the go-kart in here. We've got it tore down. We kind of got an idea of the stuff we're going to need to fix it. Definitely going to have to call Go Power Sports and get some parts. We'll need an axle for sure, and probably bearings. And we still really haven't decided on what power plant we want to run on this thing. We know we're going to run a go-kart axle, but, you know, it might be kind of cool to put a street bike engine in it.
I like the Ninja 500s.
I'm telling you, if we could pick up a little street bike engine cheap, because the other option would be like a Predator 420.
Because it has electric start.
Electric start. So, and you know, the 420 would be nice because if we put, you know, a paddle and a torque clutch kind of thing, then, you know, the kids could drive it without having to worry about shifting and stuff. So that's an idea. I know. We'll teach them how to drive it with the clutch, man. But anyway, I think the next video we're going to try to get this thing leveled out. I've got a set of Raptor front spindles and a set of Raptor front wheels, which would definitely get this thing up off the ground and probably get it, if we could get the Raptor wheels on the front, that means we could get like sand tires for the front too.
Yeah.
That would make it really look like a dune buggy then. But anyway, guys, this has been fun. Stay tuned. Stay with us, man, because we're going to keep on this. The next video, we're going to try to get it all leveled out. And hopefully, between now and then, I'll kind of get a sketch on how I want to hook these two things together. I'm kind of thinking like how a swing arm works, you know, on a four-wheeler or a motorcycle. Yeah. Is kind of what I'm thinking, hooking that together. But anyway, this is going to be Sandville.
And the Blade Hunter.
Be safe out on the dunes. Bye.
What the hell?